Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly Tuesday trophy and achievement talks or trophy updates, whatever you wish to call it, even though it's so heavily achievements now. Anyway, today's date is Tuesday, September the 23rd of 2025, so this will have covered the week of September the 16th through the 22nd of 2025. So in terms of trophy progress, there actually wasn't any, to be completely fair. No trophies were actually earned. Though I did get Actually, no, I think this was actually... Yeah, I think this was already published by the time of last week. So, never mind that, but at least it's published. I got back into the writing sphere a little bit. I am working still on Death Stranding, though. I finished off a couple more locations to the max ranking. So, Weather Station's pretty close. It was like the way station north of Mountain Knot or South Knot or something. One of those I completed as well. Maybe like one other one along with that. So still slowly and steadily making progress here, but I do need to log back into Fallout 76 at some point in the near future, because Fallout 76 contains quite a few like major updates over the last few like months to last year or so. And there's definitely still things that have to be updated there. I believe the game is also going to be having another like massive update coming up soon, which will probably be one that brings trophies, which I am totally okay with because, again, honestly, Fallout 76 is a vastly improved game. In fact, huge changes are coming this winter, so probably going to be getting some new big updates and probably some new trophies and stuff. But I still need to do the other version of Word Web by Palgi. We'll get around to it at some point, but in all honesty, I've just been so focused on like retro achievement stuff, and as well as like just a lot of editing in the past week. That's been a major focus the past week, because we got to get ready for when I'm going to be gone for like a week and a half. But we'll talk about that here in just a second. On Retro Achievements, I did manage to complete another game. In this case, it was Lego Indiana Jones The Original Adventures. Got through this game. It was a great time. Fantastic game, a lot of fun. Though I will say, unlike a lot of the other games I've done on Retro Achievements, this one actually did give me some issues with like performance and such. Like, for some reason, this game crashed on me a couple of times, and on like 2 or 3 separate occasions, the game just like broke on specific levels, and I wasn't able to finish them because of it. So it was really weird bugs, because this is the PS2 version, and people seem to think that maybe the PS2 version was the inferior version, which is kind of crazy to think of. But yeah, so I actually did run into some technical problems with this one, which I usually don't end up having with Retro Achievements games. But for some reason, this one was a little bit different, and it did give me a few problems here and there. So nothing major. I mean, I was able to fix everything pretty quickly, usually by like restarting levels and stuff. But it was just kind of annoying that it did happen multiple times in this game, whereas in like all my previous Retro Achievements games, it's only broken like that maybe once. I don't know if it was the emulator or if it was the game itself being like an inferior version of it. I don't know what it was. But in terms of the achievements, you get 18 total achievements simply for finishing the main story without using any red brick extras. So finish every level without red bricks and you will get the first 18 trophies or achievements with no problems whatsoever. So after those, you have 3 bonus levels. I think they unlock by finishing all of the mini kits, which is finding all the artifacts in each level for each of the movies. I think that's how they unlock, but I could be wrong on that one, so don't quote me on that one, but I think that's how they're unlocked. Young Indy is basically just like another sort of normal story level. Ancient City is your typical Lego City level. And Warehouse is a really bizarre creation where you can like create your own racetracks and stuff. It's almost like the later games where you could sort of kind of create your own custom level. In like, I think the first one that did it maybe was the first Lego Harry Potter game or something. So yeah, that was a really like unique and kind of weird design. But the funny thing was there was just a target you could shoot in one corner for a few minutes and it would get you the trophy or achievement. It would get you all the studs needed for the achievement. So then you have to unlock every treasure in the game. Those are the mini kits. Again, there are 10 per level, so 180 of them total, so nothing much to worry about with that. Then you have to unlock all the characters. There are 85 total in the game. Most of them are simply available just by playing through the game, but the last one we will bring up a little bit later on the achievement list. The red parcels are the red bricks, or extras as you might want to call them in this game. So they work just like the red bricks in any other game, where you just You collect them, you purchase them, and they give you various cheats that you can use, such as invincibility and stud multipliers, and they do not void other achievements outside of the story ones, which again is a little bit strange, so you have to do your first playthrough without any of them, but that's honestly not that big a deal. This game's economy is nowhere near as broken as something like, say, LEGO Star Wars 2, where it just takes forever to get enough studs. In this one, you'll have more than enough to get everything just by pretty much playing through each level twice to do everything in it. So don't worry too much about that in this one. The only major difference is that the red parcels, or red bricks, whatever you want to call them, are collected a little bit differently because you actually have to pick up the parcel somewhere in the level and then carry it to a mailbox somewhere else, usually in the same part of the level. So it is at least a little bit more unique in that sense. But it does require a lot of studs to purchase everything, but like I said, the game's economy is nowhere near as busted as certain other games, so it shouldn't be a problem. True Adventurer rank in every level is the stud meter. I finished 17 out of the 18 in story mode. One of them I ended up missing. It was maybe in the second movie, or it might have been in the third movie, but I only ended up missing one of them, and all the other ones were not an issue, so I was able to clean that one up just in free play. It's not like LEGO Star Wars 2 where there's a separate stud meter for both story and free play, so just do it once on each level and you'll get the achievement. Nothing much to worry about there, especially once you have the multipliers if you do happen to miss anything. And then we have the 5 secret characters: C-3PO, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, R2-D2, and Princess Leia. Each of them are found in specific levels in very well hidden areas, and you have to free them from various predicaments, and that will count toward these different achievements. So between all of them, I believe Chewbacca is in like the very first level of the game. Luke Skywalker's in the second one where you're up in Nepal. C-3PO's somewhere else in the first movie, but I don't remember the exact level. Leia is in one of the later levels of the Temple of Doom, like sort of in an off area, maybe like the fourth level of that. And R2-D2's found in the mission where you're fighting against the tank near the end of the third movie. And yeah, so once you find and free all of them, you will be able to purchase Han Solo from the character shop for 100,000 studs. He's one of the most expensive characters in the game. And yeah, so once you get him, you just purchase him, and that'll count toward purchasing all the characters in the game. And yeah, so basically just 100% the game, and you will get the mastery for this game, is really all you have to do. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward mastery overall. There's nothing like majorly difficult here. It does take a little bit longer than some of the other games I've done. Like the 19 hours is not correct because there were a couple of hours that were randomly streamed of it when my console, or not even my console, when my computer switched to a different stream that I never authorized it to do, and it just started streaming a different stream. That was super, super weird because, like I said, I've never had that happen before. But either way, the actual time was more like probably 17-ish hours, so you could probably do it a little bit faster if you really knew what you were doing and didn't have the game break on you. Otherwise, nothing much to worry about with it. So, quick and, well, relatively quick overall and definitely easy completion. It's a classic game. It was the second LEGO game I ever 100%ed when I was a child. So this one was a big fun time for me. I did it on the Wii, actually, back in the day. The Wii version does not have achievements, but it might get them eventually. The handheld versions do have achievements, but those are not going to be any sort of game that we do anytime soon because, I mean, I don't even have an emulator that can run the like DS and PSP versions of games for the most part. I mean, I might be able to program one of them, or one of them might have the ability to do so, but I'm not really knowledgeable on handheld emulation yet, so hopefully we'll figure that out at some point. But then we go back to my profile here. Go back to profile, thank you. And the other game I sort of played on here was Rocket Power Beach Bandits. Finally finished that game, and yeah, that one's done now. It was a very fun time to play through because that one is an absolute classic for me. That was the first game I ever technically owned on console, so it was a very, very fun time to play through. I ended up getting like 97 of the 100 gold coins, so I ended up getting almost all of them in this game, which was pretty nice. I missed like maybe 3 total. Now, I did run into some weird issues with this final stream where like the audio just was not working correctly, and I don't know why that was happening. I think it was maybe a Windows update or something, must have screwed something up. And I was thankfully able to fix it before we really got heavily involved in Rocket Power, but I don't know what happened with it. It seems like my luck with technology is just really, really negative most of the time. So I don't know why that is, but it just seems to honestly be the case. So with that, we're definitely not done with the update. We got more important things to talk about here, but in terms of the trophies, we are still at level 903, 26%, 30,823 total trophies, 890 platinums, 5,950 golds, 8,297 silvers, 15,686 bronzes. As for retro achievements, we now have 1,440 points, or 1,966 retro points, which are more tied to, rarity and such. And we are now in the top 47,000 out of over 111,000 players, so top 42% at this point, which is definitely positive. I also put in my very first ever achievement list request for Freedom Fighters, which has like 100 requests at this point, so I'm sure someone's going to do it at some point. Cannot wait for that. I absolutely love that game. Can't wait for it to get its own achievement list. So now we have the important stuff to talk about, the upcoming week or two. So this week, I will have this video up on Tuesday, and I will have a stream most likely on Wednesday. But after that, we're going to be going a little bit AFK when it comes to streams for like a week and a half, because my parents are going to come down here on Thursday, and then on Friday morning, we leave for our 10-day trip to Japan. I can't freaking wait for it. It's going to be so much fun. For those who don't know, I'm actually a quarter Japanese. I have family that's over there. That my grandmother on that side came over after World War II, married a soldier, and came over here to live the American dream. And she passed away last year from pancreatic cancer. And it's sort of also a celebration of life for her, because we're going to meet all the family over there, which I've never done before. My dad's never gotten to do before. And we're also just doing other various touristy stuff. Like one day we're doing like a half-day samurai thing, like samurai sword lessons and just like stuff like that, which is really, really cool. So I can't freaking wait for it. I'm going to be vlogging all of it. Now, I do want to ask you guys, would you want to see those vlogs on this main channel, or do you want me to put them on an alt channel in the future? Definitely let me know. But I'm sort of leaning more toward doing it on my main channel, because like I kind of wanted to have the alt channel going this year, but then other things came up with having to get a new computer and everything. And in all honesty, I don't really vlog enough for it to be worthwhile. I mean, if I ever get really back into doing recipe videos, it would make a lot more sense to put it on an alt channel. But yeah, you guys can let me know about that. But I can't freaking wait for it. We leave on Friday morning, and then we get back. So that's the 26th. And then we get back on Monday, like late on Monday, October 6th. So yeah, we're going to be gone for a week and a half. Now, during that time, there will be videos uploaded. I've already got several of them scheduled. I've been working on a lot of editing in the past week. And several videos are already scheduled all the way through September 30th currently. Though still have a couple more to upload and schedule at this point in time. And once those are fully scheduled, they'll probably be about every other day. They're mostly old-style trophy videos, like that are not the like full, complete playthroughs the way that I do for a lot of games at this point. And there's also a couple of shorts that'll go up from like old Clock Tower and stuff, and maybe like Freedom Fighters or something. We'll have to figure all of that out though. But aside from those, I do want to have the Clock Tower video go up at some point while I'm gone. I'll put it as a premiere just so you guys can chat with each other. But I will not be available most likely for the premiere, because who knows what the time zone difference is going to be like at that point. That's about to really screw up my brain, isn't it? But yeah, I do want to have that video done. It's pretty close. It's like 80% of the way there at this point. So I'm going to really try to push that over the next couple of days of just working on editing it, and hopefully that one can go up. It's not a super long video. It's not one of my better or more in-depth videos, but it is a speedrun video, so hopefully people will like it. The future ones after that, though, will definitely have a little more care taken with them, especially with speedrun type games, because Premiere Pro has changed some of its settings around. So yeah, that's the current plans with that. And then with retro achievements, I know what the next game I want to play is. It's actually the Scooby-Doo Metroidvania game, if you can call it that. It is Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, and it is basically a Metroidvania. It is a pretty bizarre game. It's a actually really fun game that I never 100%ed when I was younger, but I'm actually looking forward to that one. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know when I'm going to stream on Wednesday. Probably something on PS5, though, because I don't really want to start up a new Retro Achievements game, with being about to be going away for a couple of weeks or a week and a half. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the current plans for everything that's upcoming. So, yeah, Wednesday stream, and then after that, just various videos that'll be scheduled to upload. And no streams for like a week and a half, but going to be vlogging everything. We'll be uploading it at some point. But can't wait. It's going to be an amazing trip. I'm so excited. It is going to be a great time. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done so already. Let me know what kind of progress you guys made in the last week or so. And yeah, so you guys will be seeing some already scheduled videos over the next week and a half. And after that, we will be eventually back here on Trophy and Achievement Hunting within a couple of weeks. So yeah, see you guys back here hopefully real soon.